kannst du mal in den Stream reinschauen und schauen, ob alles passt. Okay. Ton ist gut. Oder kann ich da mal laufen?
Doch, Ton müsste passen.
Danny, wenn du magst, kannst du ja dein Mikro auch ein bisschen lauter machen.
Ich habe das schon voll aufgedreht.
Ah, okay, gut.
Müsste eigentlich von der Lautstärke her gehen.
Ja. So, schauen wir mal.
Ja, man darf gespannt sein.
Ich mal noch den Sound ein bisschen runter. So, da. Dann machen wir mal noch 5 Minuten. Ist halt geil, wenn sie sagen 19 Uhr und dann kannst du noch erwarten.
Das kommt aber immer davor bei den Livestreams. Die gehen dann auch mal die einzelnen Phasen durch.
This is an opportunity for you to adjust your audio levels. We are doing the same thing inside of our studio at this very moment. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please sign off in chat wherever you have gathered with a hell yeah. The stream will begin on numerous platforms, on numerous channels, in approximately 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Wo schaust du?
Bungie?
Nein, ich meine Twitch, YouTube.
YouTube.
Ah, ich auch.
YouTube. Ist benutzerfreundlicher, finde ich. Klingt besser aus. Ich pack meine andere Maus. Keine Ahnung, oder? Okay.
Lass dir die Trials wieder bringen.
Was soll ich mir bringen lassen?
Nein, Bungie soll die Trials wieder bringen.
Ach so, ja.
Die Prüfung.
Ja, und hier Fraktionsrally wäre mal wieder nice.
Ja, das wäre mal wieder was. Nebenbei noch ein bisschen was zu tun.
Ja, und vor allem, ich habe das Ornament für die Alpha Lupi nicht. Also, wäre schon cool. Ach, noch 2 Minuten 45 Sekunden.
Da kann ich noch ein bisschen zocken.
Kann ich noch ein bisschen zocken. Ah, hier ist die Waffe. Die ist echt an der Schwinge angelegt.
Ja, so ein bisschen. Ich finde, das ist eher an den 14. Heiligen angelehnt. Mit diesen Rüstungsornamenten vorn dran. Es bleibt halt abzuwarten, wie die das mit den Waffen von Merkur machen. Weil im Trailer wird ja das perfekte Paradoxon gezeigt, ganz groß.
Ja.
Die Waffen sind aber noch nicht an Armor 2.0 angepasst. Laut jetzigem Stand.
Ja, meinst du, die machen sich die Arbeit da nochmal?
Na, müssten sie ja, wenn es wieder auf Merkur geht. Und wenn sie schon die Waffe anpreisen, die können ja nicht eine Waffe anpreisen, die, wo du nicht die Mods draufhauen kannst, so wie sie jetzt sind.
Ja. Müssen wir mal gucken. Oder die Rüstung kommt komplett weg und kommt eine neue her.
Ja, bei der Rüstung, wie gesagt, schauen wir mal. Aber halt die Waffen, das sind ja nicht wenig. Von Merkur, die man da geschmiedet hat. Soweit ich weiß, sind die nicht angepasst.
Okay. Hey meine lieben Freunde, grüßt euch.
Gambit Prime, Justins Geburtstag. Der hat uns das eingebrockt. Aha.
Was hat der eingebrockt?
Naja, Justin, der hat am 5.3. Geburtstag, aber Gambit Prime zum ersten Mal da.
Ach, wo habe ich jetzt meinen Live-Chat? Hier. So, das mal so. Oh.
Muss man schauen, wenn sie die Waffe zeigen und dann das Visier. Diese ganzen Feinheiten unter dem eigentlichen Visier. Das sind so Symbole, die leuchten.
Okay.
Oder bei den Aktivitäten siehst du manchmal Portale im Hintergrund.
You'll need to walk the corridors of time. And you'll need my sundial to do it. I built it so that an ally of mine could cheat death. I failed to help him, and his death remains my greatest regret. They call me the greatest titan who ever lived.
Ah, ich bin jetzt gespannt, was die da jetzt noch rausbringen. Was ist das?
You fight like a caged animal.
Hast du gesehen, unaufhaltsame Kolosse.
Ja.
Triple down.
Jo, das hat sich geändert beim Schießen, das Visier.
bring the sky down upon them.
Rüstung schaut auf jeden Fall nice aus.
Bin mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt.
Das auf jeden
Hello
Fall.
and welcome to a Bungie live stream. We are here to take a look at Season of Dawn. I'm Deej, I'll be your host, and I'm joined on set by two developers who have led our development team in the creation of this new story that we'll be telling. And how are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Rachel and Jonathan, do me a favor, introduce yourself to our community by talking
DJ.
of this new story that we'll be telling. And how are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Rachel and Jonathan, do me a favor, introduce yourself to our community by talking a little bit about what you do at Bungie and what was your unique and personal contribution to Season of Dawn.
I'm a producer on Vanguard Omega. I helped lead all the different disciplines and create this really cool experience.
And I was a narrative lead on the season. I collaborated with design and art to help bring you guys the story of Saint 14's big return.
Very colorful today.
Also er war leitender Producer
Thanks for noticing.
Boah,
von der
It's
Season.
a lion, and it is meant to remind me that a lion doesn't try to be fierce. It just is. Just like Saint 14.
Siehst du am
That's
Tisch?
not a joke.
No, it wasn't rehearsed either. It was
Sind das
very
3 neue, oder?
extemporaneous.
Nein, das sind die von Shadowkeep.
The past 24
ja,
hours
stimmt.
have seen a
Und da ist
great
der
deal
Gürtel
of
hinten.
Saint 14 hype, I guess we would have to say. And as developers, as creators, what has been your own personal response to their reaction to the Season of Dawn reveal trailer?
I spent most of the night watching all of the reactions to the trailers. It was probably my favorite part of the evening with my fiance. We just sat there and watched as people tried to speculate what was going to be happening for the season. Professor Brown was probably my favorite reaction so far.
Yes,
There's a lot of cursing.
It was a little bit of cursing,
Wer
a little bit of
ist sie
curse words,
eigentlich?
but that enthusiasm, those
sie hat
real-time
auch mit dran gearbeitet
reactions,
an der
those
Season.
visceral reactions to the things that we work so hard on. I mean, is that
Ja, er
not
hat
the
gerade
best
eben schon
moment
gesagt,
as a developer
es haben sich
is
viele gefreut,
you
aber
create
auch
something
viele haben
to
es
see
verflucht.
someone respond to it, to see someone experience it for the first time.
Ach ja, für meine lieben Zuschauer, Danny ist hier mein Co-Moderator. Er tut quasi für mich, für euch, die nicht so gut Englisch können, genauso wie ich, versuchen, einige wichtigen Sachen und Content für euch zu übersetzen. Ja, kurz mal nebenbei.
Schönen guten Abend.
Help bring a deep lore character like Saint 14 to the forefront of the player experience in Destiny. It's too bad he's dead right now, and the players are going to have to pull a miracle out of their butts to save him. But they've done it before, so maybe they can do it again.
Maybe. If anyone can, our community can. As somebody who has taken that deep lore character and given them new life, talk to me about how you relate personally to the character of
Ich hoffe,
Saint
man hört's
14.
gut im
So
Livestream.
Saint is probably the most lawful good character that we've ever created. He loves pigeons. He loves pigeons so much.
mag Tauben.
He named his ship after them.
Saint
He's very
14 mag
large.
Tauben.
He's very wholesome,
Okay.
and sometimes that gets him into trouble, like the time that he died.
Quite literally a saint in that case.
Absolutely.
A virtuous character.
Voll der Freak,
He's
Mann.
in trouble right now, guys. He needs
Es
your
geht darum,
help.
also der ist sehr gesetzgebunden, sehr straight.
So that help will be on the way on December 10th when Season of
Absolutely.
Dawn begins, less than a week away now. So there's a lot of anticipation, there's a lot of excitement. Rachel, give us a sense, we start with an idea, we decide on a story that we want to tell. As a producer, you're sort of bringing all these disciplines together into one creative process. How did everybody sort of share that inspiration and that motivation in doing all of the work that made this possible?
I mean, it really wasn't hard to bring people together in this case. John and all the writers on the seasonal team have really inspired a lot of the team and how we actually go about building the season. Though that passion is super inspiring.
Er hat nicht
Nico,
umsonst eine
Christine,
Iro,
and Paul, you guys were amazing.
Ach so, wegen den Titan?
Amazing. And
Ja.
he helped
Wegen dem
really
14.
inspire how we
Heiligen?
built the season and
Ja, ja.
influenced what the actual season was. People brainstormed together. We built the season as a team, collaboratively, just like we built everything in Destiny together. It was definitely a really cool collaboration and cooperation for everybody.
I want to share a piece of art that I think a lot of people in the team
Die
have
hat
a lot
den
of heart
Aufnäher.
for.
Siehst du das
And
oben?
this piece of art really encapsulates the mood that we've
Das ist so
created
die Stimmung,
with Season of
die
Dawn.
die
This
Season
is
haben
the
soll.
idea that we've all come together to embrace. Jonathan, what can you tell us about the themes and the ideas that are captured in this beautiful
Sein
piece of
Heim zu
artwork? And
verteidigen,
programming
so
note,
schaut
we
es
will release
zu-
this on
so schaut das
social
Bild
media
aus.
imminently, so that if you would like to make this your wallpaper or what have you, you don't need to go screenshotting right now. You only need to go and consult our Twitter channels.
Oh,
But
das,
talk to us from
schönes
a
Update.
creative standpoint as
Gefällt
to
mir.
what this speaks to you about.
Was hat
For
er
sure.
gesagt
So
wegen
besides
Hintergrund? und so?
being an awesome piece of art, all of that gear that you saw there belonged to
Ja,
Saint
einfach nur,
14.
dass man dieses Fanart
the
jetzt
piece,
runterladen
though,
kann.
is not about the gear
Okay.
itself. The piece to me is about Saint's absence, and perhaps even how Osiris feels about Saint's absence. The helm that you saw there is iconic. It's been with us since the very first version of Destiny, and it's synonymous with Saint as a character. The shotgun is it's called the Perfect Paradox. It is Saint's signature weapon. It was forged by our players way
Das ist
back
halt
in the
seine
Curse of Osiris
signifikante
expansion.
Waffe.
And I wrote the lore tab for that weapon
Von ihm jetzt,
that
oder
happened
was?
to insinuate
Ja,
that
das
perfekte
players would,
Paradoxe.
Okay.
perhaps
Wir haben sie
one
ja
day
von seinem Grab
be able
geholt,
to bring that
sozusagen.
Ja,
weapon
genau,
back
genau.
to Saint 14. There's a huge problem right now, though, because he's dead. He's still dead, and we're going to have to solve that before we can give Saint back his weapon. The ribbons that you saw there as well, Saint brought those with him everywhere. There's more to their story than just armor ornamentation, though, and
Ja, die erklären jetzt das ganze
we'll
Bild.
get more into that as
Okay.
our story progresses.
Dann erklär mal.
Wonderful.
Es geht nur
New
darum, wir müssen ihn
mysteries to
erstmal
discover,
wiederbeleben,
challenges
bevor wir
to
ihm seine
overcome,
Waffe zurückgeben
new
können.
miracles to
Okay.
pull out of. We don't need to revisit that line of dialogue again. Thank you so much for the work that you've done to create this moment of excitement for our community. People are really looking forward to embarking on this new journey, and that happens on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. So telling a new story with Season of Dawn is just one of the things that we're doing. Let's take a look at
Jetzt-
everything else that we have planned
Au,
for the
jawohl.
months and weeks to come.
Oh, jetzt
as
hat's,
is
jetzt.
customary and
die
typical, we
Obelisken.
like to release a calendar
Sorry.
of all of the events. If you are screenshotting, if you are
17.
squinting to read the fine print, this is also going out
Exotic
on
Quest.
social
Guck mal.
media. Many
Zwei
different
Stück sogar.
reasons to engage
Zwei,
with
es ist die
Destiny.
dritte wieder nicht
Many
angesagt.
different awesome things to add to
Die
your
dritte Waffe
collection.
kriegst du ja so.
Special events to recognize the season. Exotic
über Battle
weapons
Pass.
that you can go on a quest to earn. Crimson Days, celebrating the love between members of our
Legends
community,
and
etc. and so on. So
Scharlachwoche war
with
auch mit
that,
dabei.
please do consult our social media channels. And look at this, we have 2 more developers in our hot seats. Robbie, Tomo,
Oh.
thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thanks
We're going to have a conversation now about how the beginning of one season on the tail end of the end of another really will have an opportunity to change the game. Before we jump into that conversation, give our audience an idea as to, for yourselves, what you do at Bungie.
Er hat schon einen Controller in der Hand, das heißt, wir werden auf jeden Fall Gameplay sehen.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a creative lead at Bungie, which means I'm the one who is kind of the vision holder for the seasons we're working on. And I basically work with the team in a collaborative manner to collect the best ideas and work on those ideas.
Er hat
with
sozusagen die
everyone,
Story mit
to bring them
herausgearbeitet.
to life in the game.
Der hat Ideen gesammelt von allen und dann haben die das zusammen
I'm the
ausgearbeitet.
combat air lead here at Bungie.
Oh,
Part of
ja,
the systems
die
team, and
Geschichte
so
liegt immer
something
schon
that
da.
we
Wir müssen das
like one of our
quasi-
mandates is to make sure that we're continuously updating,
Ja, wie sie
keeping it
es
fresh,
darstellen.
keeping it engaging for
Okay.
players, and so definitely
Ich glaub,
trying to do that
macht
again
eher
with Season
so-
of Dawn.
Creating
Genau,
the action.
Yep.
In that moment when we finally get to play, we can
Ja,
feel
ja,
Wie es
your
sich so im
work.
Spiel verhält,
Alright,
wie man
that's
die
wonderful.
Supers und sowas
Robbie,
umändert.
Ach, das hat der.
Season of
Linke,
the Undying
der
is
ist
coming
da
to an end. Season of Dawn
involviert.
begins. This is going to
okay.
be a different feel for our community than it was last year when we went from one season to the next. Can you give me a sense of how our goals are changing there? I know that we may have seen you or Luke Smith previously in
Dieses
Bungie
Sentinel-Schild
Media
ist so mega.
talking about the fact that we're
Ich will das
trying to
haben.
build something that
Das
lives.
gibt's zu kaufen.
Right?
Ich
So,
habe das
talk to me about
bei
how
Facebook,
the
bei der
beginning of this
amerikanischen
season
Seite
really
hat
is
das
a
einer im
realization of
Store
those
gesehen und
goals.
hat sich's gekauft.
So something we're really trying
Das
to
gab's
do
in dem
is
Store.
takes the
Keine
take
Ahnung,
the triumphs,
stand
take
nicht
the
mit dabei.
victories, and maybe even sometimes the failures.
Aber das gibt's
that you
zu kaufen
experience
in
as a
Amerika,
player,
das weiß ich.
Kostet bestimmt
when
2
you're in
Euro.
these seasons, and have them directly connect and evolve in the stories that we're telling moving forward. And so, you know, basically the community is actively stopping the Undying Mind right now and stopping the Vex threat from the Black Garden. And during this time, Osiris is in the Infinite Forest, and he sees this timeline that the Guardians are on, and he sees Calamity. And so that's why he's leaving the Infinite Forest. And so basically your actions as a player are directly propelling us into the next season. And if you think about how we used to build our campaigns, right? Like that would be an experience that you would play once at the beginning of the year. It would be finite and it would end quickly. And really what we're trying to do is kind of take that experience of the world changing, the world evolving of your
während wir
actions,
jetzt den unsterblichen Geist aufhalten, sieht natürlich Osiris, was wir da tun, er sieht die Zeitlinie und er sieht, was möglich ist und das, was schief läuft.
And I think if we look back at Season of the Forge, Season of the Drifter, Opulence, they were these self-contained, very specific experiences that didn't relate to each other all that much. But now
genau, letztes Jahr haben die Seasons nicht miteinander gespielt. Und dieses Jahr geht es halt ineinander über. Und jede Season hat mit der Handlung zu tun.
Ja, das habe ich gehört, genau.
A lasting impact.
A lasting impact, and you impact the way the story gets told and the way the story evolves.
And so I think something also
Geht es dann in den anderen zwei
is we
Seasons
actually get to see how
dass das
people
dann
are
eine Geschichte
actually
fertig
reacting
gemacht
to the
wird,
stories that
wirklich
they're experiencing as well. And as we're
Ja,
developing
ja,
the future
die Season
seasons
wird
as
jetzt
well,
wieder
we're
abgeschlossen
thinking
und
about that. We're
führt
thinking
in die
about the
nächste.
things that they like and they dislike.
Das ist wie so
as
eine
well,
Jahresstory.
which is different
Genau,
than
Drei,
what
vier,
we do,
vier
in the
Episoden.
past, in some ways.
Ja, nicht so wie bei den
In any moment
vorherigen,
of
wo du ja
gameplay or
da mal
discovery,
was
you're putting
angefangen
the
hast, dann
pieces
da
on the
wieder was
board that
angefangen
Genau,
hast.
genau.
Das war
pay
ja
off later.
Yes, and I mean it's something like John was mentioning before that we had something in deep lore, right? From
Wie bei einer
from
Serie,
years
du hast
ago,
eine
and
Staffel
I
und
think
die
what we're
Staffel
seeing
wird
now is
abgeschlossen,
a
dann kommt die
game
nächste
where
Staffel.
we can actually
Aber es
players
gehört
can
immer
actually
noch
initiate
zusammen.
things happening. We actually get to
Okay,
react to
sehr
them
schön.
faster.
Finde ich
You know,
gut.
there's going to be a lot less of the like, oh, there's something in lore that we never talk about, and it's going to be a lot more of like, okay, we say something at one point in the season, and we really want to try to react to it within
okay.
a short
Ja, die haben
time
jetzt
period, really. So.
das, was in den Loren geschrieben steht, soll nicht so sein, dass man denkt, okay, die haben halt darüber gesprochen in der Lore, aber es wurde nie beim Spiel gezeigt.
Der Helm,
This may be what your character looks like on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I look freaking awesome. I'm a hunter. That's
Hey, das ist das neue,
also like
Artefakt.
Robbie said, like
Genau.
even through our combat and like the action game, we want it to feel like you're evolving. Your guardian,
Alter, der hat 1 Million
your
Silber?
monster killing machine, that is evolving season over season. One of the ways we're doing that, of course, is as some of you might have read on
Danny, halt dich ran.
updates, we had a solar subclass update come in.
Nee, ich denke mal, der hat
Season of Dawn.
so viel
But on top of that,
dass der
season over
alles immer
season,
wieder kaufen
we're
kann.
injecting new ways to play when it comes to like the artifact.
Aber hat nur
changing up the
40
mods
drauf
there.
geklatscht.
So I'll dive in there real quick.
Ja, hab ich mir auch gerade so gedacht.
As you can see,
guck.
last
das
season
sieht
it was
schön
the
aus.
Gate Lord's Eye. This season it's called the Lantern of Osiris. Osiris and Saint 14 are
Okay,
two
wir haben
main
Bogen,
storylines,
den
and so this is part
Jahrfusionsgewehr,
of a
Scout.
storyline that will evolve over the course of this season, and you'll understand like where this kind of falls into place.
Linear,
We've also
Scout,
changed up a little bit
Bogen.
of the artifact and in the way like, we
Automatikgewehr ist
have
auch
our
dabei.
mods laid out. As you can notice, we
Also
have
keine
in our first column
Maschinen.
here
Ja, du
now,
weißt ja nicht, was
we
dabei
have
ist. Warte mal.
our champion mods. Because the artifact resets at the end of the season, you're going to get a new one.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that this is
Pulse
something that you can
Impulsgewehr.
acquire pretty early on. These
Also
are going to be
Scout,
for different
Impuls,
weapon
Bogen.
archetypes from what you're used to in the past. And these will help you overcome, and you'll see here shortly, like
Also
the
Scout-Gewehre
champions that we
werden
have for the
wieder wichtiger.
This is your perfect weapon for the new combat conditions. As you go into the sundial, which we will be playing in a matter of moments,
Aber nicht wirklich
this
irgendwas
is
für
going to really
Nahkampf. Ich
play
hätte mir mal
into
eine
how you
Schrotflinte
can
gewünscht.
perfectly configure your character
Nee, haben
to
sie nicht
confront
dabei.
those new challenges.
Exactly. And
Ich
this
sehe hinten
upcoming
die beiden
season,
Dinge nicht.
we're
Was da
focusing
noch
more
kommt.
on the long range
Die
combat,
Granaten
precision
sind
shooting.
Usable und Bows,
And,
Scout Rifle,
I'm sure
ja,
Guardians have
Scout,
noticed that last season it
Bögen
was focused
und
more heavily
Impulsgewehre
on Arc
werden
and Void.
wichtig.
This upcoming season, because we did the solar subclass update as well, we're going to be focusing heavily on solar
Schaut
and
aber cool aus,
Void as our
muss
secondary.
ich sagen. Also,
So here's a couple that I've selected.
Vor allem die
for
Laterne
myself.
von Osiris, das erinnert mich
I
an Green
personally
Lantern.
really enjoy pulse rifles and scout rifles and stuff like that, so I've grabbed a couple of those. As well as in the second column here, our Guardians probably remember from this past season, all of them were reloader mods. We've actually mixed it up, so now you can also get unflinching for certain weapon archetypes, as well as
da ist auch
enhanced targeting.
Snipers mit dabei.
And then we've also added a couple new mods that
das
players
ist
haven't
sehr
seen
schön,
yet.
aber das halt dann
My
so.
personal
Enhanced
favorite
Rifle
that I'm
Loader,
looking
also
forward
die
to
haben
using
auch,
is,
die haben ein
this
paar
one called
neue
Guardian
Mods mit drin.
Angel. This
Guardian
allows you
Angel.
to get a chance of a healing orb to drop if you get a precision kill. And yeah, you have to use one of the precision weapons that.
Alles klar, da
this
weiß ich schon, in welche
benefits.
Richtung die Waffen gehen.
Okay, was hat er
Scouts.
gesagt?
And then let's take a look at
Der
configuring your
Healing
character,
Angel,
Armor 2.0
du
was,
hast
something
eine
that
Chance,
people
dass
delved
heilende
into for the
Orbs
first time at the beginning of
gedroppt
last
werden.
season, and I understand
Ach
it's
so,
evolving
sowas
in
wie du
this
auf dem
season.
Zeichen auch haben kannst.
So the
Also Healing
rewards team
Orbs,
did an awesome
die
job
droppen da.
of giving us Armor
Oh, die
2.0.
schaut geil aus, die
Armor
Rüstung.
2.0
Schaut
by itself
einfach-
is
aber
the
wieder
end of
hier
it.
so
Like
ein
they're continuing to
Hero
enhance the
oben dran.
experience. And something that you might notice is any piece of gear that you acquired during season
Aber
of
schön,
Dawn,
dass die das Leuchten
now has a
die sie
different
endlich
symbol in their
zurückgebracht haben.
fourth mod slot here.
Ja, aber
Instead
das
of having the Vex
Na, ein bisschen, ja, ein
symbol
bisschen leuchtet,
for
das stimmt.
signifying the last season, we now have
Mega
a new symbol
nice.
for Season of Dawn.
Auf jeden Fall.
And
Oh,
over the course of
Ah, genau,
the
neues
season,
Symbol, sieht man
through
ja.
various activities
Ja, genau.
within the season, you'll be able to
Oh,
acquire new
neue
mods that
Farben.
you haven't seen before. And these mods now have like
Neue
a new
Mods?
mechanic that
nee,
is
der
called
hat das
Charged with Light.
umgestellt, oder?
And when you're charged with light,
Nee,
you
das
actually
sind
get
neue
these
Mods, guck mal,
benefits.
die
So
Mods,
there's
die
certain
sehen
mods
komplett
that allow
anders
you to
aus
get
und
charges
sind
of
farblich.
light, and then there's certain mods that allow you to consume charge of light. And this becomes like this
Charged
new
with
gameplay
light.
engine that actually works throughout the entirety of Destiny now. It isn't just for the Nightmare Hunts,
Aber
but
der
just for
Schön,
the
da
raids,
kriegst
so
du
we're
minus
pretty excited
10.
for that.
Fantastic. All right, what else you got for us? What else is new?
All right, since
Dreh
I'm a
doch
hunter,
mal
I look
den-
cool. Finishers is also a great way to look cool.
Yes.
So I'm going to go down to the finisher blade.
Oh, finisher.
And players might notice here that now you don't have just a single finisher icon here, so signifying that
Die
that
kaufen
is
noch
what
so
you have
die
equipped.
Pistol.
Instead, now we have a new
Alter.
multi-equip feature. On systems, we want to continue to evolve our features and continue to make the experience better for our players. And so what multi-equip does is more
Kann
or
man
less
jetzt
like a
mehrere
playlist
Finisher
for your
gleichzeitig
finishers. You can
auswählen?
have up to 9 in your bucket here, and then you
Hab
can
ich das grad
actually just
richtig
do like a
verstanden?
right thumbstick click, and then you can favorite them, and you see that little star next to that where it says legendary.
Komm, zeig.
And then that
zeig
allows
mal
you
was.
to actually then have those randomly be
Der
selected.
zeigt's einfach nicht, der soll ihn mal zeigen, Alter.
Preview one of your favorites for us.
Zeig das
I'm
Ding!
definitely gonna say since
Den
Day 14
Sure-Shot
is
will ich
coming
sehen.
back, everyone's gonna love this one, right?
Bam!
You gotta get that head bash.
And how can we earn that one?
This
Schau
one I
mal,
believe
wie
is on the
schnell
season's
das
pass.
geht.
So
Yeah, it's on the
Obwohl er
yeah,
auf der
as long as
Playsee
you're
ist.
you get the season's pass and you're playing the game, then you'll be able
Bei
to
uns
use this play.
backt es immer
Wonderful.
voll.
And then you also have other ones that are going to be in the Eververse store.
Das wird
My
eine
personal favorite
High-End-Pilze
is
sein,
this
keine
one
Ahnung.
here.
Boah.
Fist of Fury.
Love that one.
All right,
Das ist
so
aber ein
it's easy
schneller
to do
Finisher.
this to a sweeper bot tackle dummy, but why don't you give us a taste of how this stuff actually looks in the wild?
Definitely. So
And for
we're
that,
on,
we
we're
take
on Mercury
you
here.
live to Mercury.
Ach, den anderen zeigt er jetzt nicht.
Oh,
Sparrow.
It is.
Sparrow!
Mercury, let's see your parkour skills.
Endlich!
Can you
Wir
set
können
the
Sparrows fahren auf Merkur. Jawoll!
Nailed it.
Er freut sich auch.
Na endlich!
Beautiful. Stuck that landing too. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Hey, hast du
Oh,
gesehen?
you're
Too
far
fast.
too
I'm
lethal.
too good.
Just too good for our
Er hat
own
ein 10
good.
vor 10
All
Zeichen.
right, seeking targets. You'll do.
Was ist das für eine... Na, das ist eine Season-Waffe.
Shoot him in the kneecap.
You're kneecapping that guy.
Oh, there's the headbutt.
Beautiful.
Ja, geil, weil du hast jetzt... Du kannst verschiedene Finisher auswählen.
Well, this isn't your
okay,
dance. You want some of this?
Yeah,
Check
yeah,
it out.
Du musst nicht...
Wonderful. All right, that all looks great. So, changes afoot.
Geile Sache.
New stories, new artifacts.
Endlich!
new
Dass du nicht
combat
immer nur
meta.
einen ausgewählt hast,
Obviously,
sondern
when
dass du
we're
4
telling a new
Stück nehmen
story and we
kannst.
have new media out there, we love to watch their reactions, but when
Geil.
we change the way they fight, there's obviously reactions there as well.
Yeah, so I think we've talked a lot about combat, we've talked a lot about Mercury, and you guys can see the Sundials.
Der hat voll wenig
I think something
legendäre
to
Bruchstücke.
think about and understand for the season is that there's going to be a lot more than just Mercury, than just the combat, right? Like you're going to be asked to go throughout the solar system, go to Tangled Shore, go to destinations that you haven't been to in a while, to basically help stop this new Cabal threat that's appeared in the system. And as you guys are actively playing the season and you're reacting to it, we're going to be listening, we're going to be watching, and we're going to be thinking of
Okay,
how we
also
can
sie wollen
integrate
nicht nur
the
mehr
things
Kur
that, you care about
als
you'd like or
Hauptschauplatz, sondern
dislike into
alle
our future
Planeten.
season development. And
Ach
it's
so, dass
something
die
that
anderen
we
nicht immer
think about a
so
lot and we try to
nutzlos sind. In der Season ist nur der.
PvP
Genau,
maps,
genau,
we have
genau. Es wird sich auch auf
coming
anderen
back,
Planeten
Lands
abspielen.
coming back, so, for every type of player of Destiny already. Yes.
I'm ready.
Yeah, and Rusted Lands is certainly near and dear to our hearts because that's really where the Destiny sandbox was born. A lot of our earliest iterations on the way Guardians move and the way they fight come off of that map. And
Wie gesagt, Rusted Lands war eine
Trials
Trials,
to send our community back to. So if you're a fan of the Crucible, there's also new things to engage with. Something for everyone. Yep. And of course, we will be watching, we'll be listening, and this conversation will continue.
PvP, neue,
we're being extremely interactive with
neue
how we react to the
Sachen.
players these days.
We're trying. Yeah.
Developers are reacting, the game is reacting, even the characters in the world are reacting. So we'll continue that rolling.
Come on, guys.
Indeed. All right.
Kriegt die
Thank you so
Trials
much.
zurück.
I think it's time now to see the sundial in action.
Also es
And
gibt
for
auf jeden Fall
that,
Änderungen im
we need to
PvP.
introduce you to the fire team that we have assembled right here, live on set. And
Oh, gleich
welcome to
kriegen
the
wir
show,
die
Cosmo.
Hey, Deej.
Thanks for bringing together a group
die
of
spielen
people to
jetzt
take on the
die
Cabal in this new
Sechsmann-Aktivität.
activity. Who do you have assembled in your fighting party today?
Geil, geil, geil.
Ready to go. To my left is Alexandra from the Player Support Team.
Oh, gleich hast du
To
mal
my
eine
right is
Dose
Eric, who
aufgemacht.
is an investment test engineer, worked on Season of the Dawn. Then across from me
Ja,
is
ja, die
Dutch,
spielen
who is
jetzt
an animator, works on a lot of the emotes that you see. Mitch is another investment test engineer, and then John is a test engineer. And we're
Digga, die spielen
ready
auf
to go and
PC,
take on
oder?
the
Die haben nur
sundial.
Controller.
Well, you all look fabulous,
sein?
but show me your Guardians. Let's take a look at how you are
Nee,
dressed
der
for the
eine
occasion. Look at that.
Kann mit dem
Lots
spielen,
of new
mit
gear
dem.
to add to your collections. Using our developer
Dann
tools,
spielen
we
sie
can have
PC,
this God's
So,
eye
jetzt-
floating through the space. You can see the
glaub, PC
gear
und
that
Konsole
every
spielt
player of
zusammen, ne?
Destiny 2 can earn as part of Season of Dawn.
Oh,
And then
nee,
if
das
you're a
muss ich nicht
holder
haben.
of the Season Pass,
Okay,
obviously
ja, wie
in a
gesagt,
premium
viel
track,
Metall.
you can earn these ornaments.
oh.
Very Saint 14 inspired. Everyone's a
Sieht
knight
gut
in
aus.
shining
Ja, aber die
armor,
Hüfte
and,
von Titan
can't
schaut ein
wait to
bisschen
make
scheiße
my
aus.
Die
warlock
Knie
look
vom
that
Titan.
unflinchingly noble. So,
Schau mal,
thanks for
wie
the
ganzen
preview.
Knie.
Before we
Okay.
actually activate the activity, I would like to introduce you to two more developers who have braved the hot seats.
Ist das die,
I'm
das ist die
here
neue
with,
Waffe?
Tim
Die Exo?
and Matt, and you guys worked to actually create this new activity and
Haben die die
refresh
entwickelt,
the
oder was?
destinations. But in your own words, please tell our audience what your
Die haben die
contribution was to
Aktivität
Season of Dawn.
gemacht.
Ah, okay.
Personally, I was
Hauptverantwortliche Verantwortliche für.
but like with our team, like we're able to collaborate all together.
Also dann,
So
dann
it's
wissen
like-
wir ja, wen wir
Without
dann
the help of
zusammenschlagen
Matt,
müssen,
like,
wenn es
Genau,
scheiße
genau.
ist.
we're able to build a good engagement as well.
I am an activities designer, and with the help of Anselm, we were able to make a really cool experience for you. I worked on activity structure and counter design, your overall experience.
Also
as
der
you
Linke
go
hat es
through
designt.
Encounters,
Mit-
you interact with the mechanics,
Oh,
and
okay.
your moment to moment.
Wie es aufgebaut ist, die Struktur.
That's really what it comes down to, doesn't it?
That's what
Yeah.
we've always been at war with the Cabal.
We have, whether we wanted it,
Whether we want it or not.
whether we wanted it or not. All right. So let's go ahead and check in with our fire team. We're going to lay down some developer
Das ist doch die
commentary
Kabale,
while
das
they
ist
shoot
nicht die
those things
Gefallene.
in the
Krass.
face. Cosmo, you are prepared to
Ja, los,
begin
los.
this activity. First thing that we can notice here is that we have a new landing zone for the sundial. And
Ist das-
talk to me a little bit about
Ich glaube, das ist die
the
Exo-Waffe.
inspirations and the design
Da, hast du
motivations
geguckt?
that went into
Hast du
bringing
geguckt?
some
Hast du
new
die
life into
Feuerbälle
Mercury.
gesehen?
Then Mercury, like,
Alter,
really
nice!
good opportunity
Geil!
to, like,
Warlock,
really clash
Main.
all these different timelines. You got,
Ja,
like,
die wollen
past,
die
you got
Solar
present, you got future.
anspruchsvoller
And
machen.
like as artists, like we
Aber es
wanna,
ist
like,
beim Brunnen,
make
es ist beim Brunnen,
these
oder?
assets again.
Ist
So,
es
like,
beim
you know,
Brunnen, was er drin
we
hat?
just like figure out
ja.
how to make this like as,
Ja,
how to
ja,
make it as
Solar,
beautiful as
Solar
possible.
halt.
And then like suddenly we had
Ja,
the idea,
aber
like,
den Brunnen
let's put
meine ich,
all
wo
of
den
them
Brunnen
together.
hat.
Ey, ist das-
And it was daunting. It was really scary because like there's a lot of technical challenges. You have to
Ja,
like
das
go
sind doch die
around with
Waffen
lighting. You have to go
von
around with
Mirko.
world art and just like over
Ja.
and over again to like make sure they actually got it all working with these giant time
Ich sag ja,
walls
die
and
bringen die
everything.
zurück.
But in the end, like it was worth it. Like
Ah.
I'm really
Hä?
proud of the work we were able to do.
Da ist der neue Raketenwerfer.
Was war das für
So
eine
we're
Pistole?
going to be fighting
Ich
our
glaub,
way up
die
this
Pistol,
slope
das
here.
ist die Exo.
Matt, the sundial
Warum hat er
is
die
sort of
schon?
emerging in the distance.
Ja,
This
die
is
zeigen ja jetzt ein paar
Osiris's
Sachen.
device that he can use to sort of control the corridors of time, all the alternate realities. What
Okay,
were some
wir
of the
kämpfen uns hoch
themes
zur
and some
Sonnenmauer
of
auf
the
jeden
different
Fall.
Schaut aus wie
motivations that we
Dragon Ball,
embraced
Alter,
as
wenn
we
der
created
seine
this new
Feuerbälle
action
abschießt.
Das ist, ich finde das so mega. Geil, 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 geil.
Jonto, I'm so sorry. But it was obviously
Okay, Impuls
time
wird
cops
wahrscheinlich
stopping time
meins sein
crimes.
für die Stunde.
Time cops stopping time crimes.
And yeah, you can see players here. They just engaged with one of our new ball champions.
Right, and so
Okay,
here
also wir
is
müssen alles clearen, Champions
this
und so weiter,
enormous
dann geht die Tür
device.
auf.
what were some of the different inspirations for creating this new structure? It's pretty daunting.
Dann geht's rein,
Sundial,
rein
like,
zur Sonne.
we had to make this crazy time machine. Like, it's super dangerous, you know, like it's trying to borrow
jetzt
a lot
hat's-
from this like Vex tech.
Das ist bestimmt das mit den Bällen, was ich dir gesagt habe.
Mystical arcane person's like, I got an idea, and he's built this crazy thing. So like,
Also das
we had to
total,
mix like a lot of these structures of like this
total
really cool visual effects language that we have for
schwul
effects, all
selber.
the grids and stuff, and then try to immerse like some of the really like instrumental like technical stuff that Osiris has, you know, which is like
Also
more
wie gesagt,
inspired
das
from
ist
the
eine
18th century,
Zeitmaschine.
like nautical instruments and stuff, and then like we just built it and like, you know, it's great. I love it.
Der zerstörte Turm. Krass.
Like we
Weißt du
have
noch
set up in
von
other
Panoptis, von
activities,
dieser
so we
Vision von
interact
Osiris,
with and it started the encounter.
wo der
And it
Turm
looks like
zerstört
they're
war?
in the future
Nee, weiß ich
encounter
gar nicht.
here.
I love this one.
Hey, die
So
sind
they
von
step through an
Freund.
aperture
Sie
into a
von-
different alternate reality, into a different timeline.
Nee,
um,
weil
and
This is what could come to pass.
Beim Osiris DLC hat er doch uns den Turm gezeigt, wie er wäre, wenn er zerstört ist.
And
Okay.
when they activate
Hast du
this
gerade
activity
gesehen, er
and
hat
they
die
step through that
Solargranate
window,
eingesaugt.
they're not entirely certain what they're going to get. Like this can be different
Hast du das
combinations
gesehen?
of
Habt ihr das
timelines.
gesehen?
It's going to be different
Ja, ja,
every
ich
time
hab
they
das gesehen.
access the
Der
activity,
saugt die
yeah.
ein.
Yes, and the
Aber das geht doch nur mit Leere.
bosses will evolve. They will.
Ja, jetzt kann er es auch mit Solar.
They'll roll out a new one. And there's some.
Die Frage
surprises
ist,
I really
hat er
wish I
der
could
Leben
talk
wieder
about,
bekommen oder
but
wird er stärker?
I can talk about, but I'm super excited for players to find out what it is. You know,
And
as the season rolls on.
And to your point, yeah, week over week, there will be different bosses for them to face
So viel
at the end of
Neues.
this activity.
Haben die
Our
das
enemies have some
Aussehen da
tricks up their
verändert? Von
sleeves
den-
that will be revealed and
Okay.
understood over time. So your first experience with the sundial will certainly not be like your last experience
aber
with
es
the
ist
sundial.
kein
Ah, es gibt wieder,
It'll be
wieder
a-
verschiedene
it'll be
Bosse.
a varied experience. So
And the
Dieser Fernnahkampf
you
irgendwie.
always complete it. It doesn't
Mega.
matter who you matchmake with them. So
Ah, jetzt siehst du, das, ich glaube, der obere Baum ist
will
das.
still be able to complete the.
Der Glanzbrunnen
Still
wäre
be
da
able to
besser.
complete the activity.
what?
Shade.
Müsste der obere Baum sein, glaube
So
ich.
yeah, the whole one of the goals for when we set this up is it's not a traditional horde mode. There are mechanics in here, and you'll find that there's a lot of different strategies you can incorporate in order to get through the activity and earn your rewards as fast as possible.
Yeah, okay.
And when hard mode comes out, you're gonna want to bring some friends that have, you know, that have leveled up their artifact and gotten better mods to be able to use the
So
escape.
point of order, the sundial is a 6-player
Correct.
match-made activity.
Right.
I can bring
Pass
a
it die Bälle.
pre-made 6-player fire team if I want. Obviously, a team that can communicate with each other and coordinate
Ach,
with each
da
other
kannst
can
du Schilde
complete this
brechen.
activity more efficiently,
gut
more
zu
quickly,
wissen.
get to that loot at the end.
Sterben die jetzt alle,
But
Alter? Was ist da los?
in terms of
Ah,
hard
der hat einen
mode,
Ball in der
that
Hand.
does require a pre-made fire team.
Yes.
Okay.
Also du musst mit
Just
Bällen
want to
Schilde
set those
öffnen.
expectations
Yeah.
appropriately
Yeah.
for our community.
Das ist ja
we've got
fast wie
some big bad
Valkyrie.
bosses here.
Haben die das
Die Players
Aussehen
generally
geändert
enjoy the
von den gelben?
Ja, die Kabale, die haben sich,
Figure out
die
for
sind
this
ein bisschen anders. Guck
particular
mal, der hat
encounter
so eine
is
riesen Tonne auf dem
that,
Rücken.
we had to like be able to throw this ball that creates this giant laser and stuff.
Der ist
Na, aber
doch-
auch der
Also,
andere, der hat
that
den
in
gelben
here.
töten müssen, dass er
Like,
die
one of the
Kugel
difficulties is
kriegt.
that you're looking at this
Den
really
meinte
bright
ich,
skybox,
als
and I had to make a
ich
laser
auch
like be
gesagt
brighter
habe.
than the sun
Hab
on
ich das
Mercury,
Gefühl.
and that was a challenge. I'm glad we got it working, but like, my gosh, we had to.
Da schau, er hat den
iterate a lot
getötet
on
und
that.
eine Kugel bekommen. Okay, bei dir
So
funktioniert
talk
das.
to me about what the players are doing right now. They're picking up these charges. How exactly are they using these to overcome the
Verrecken ja
tactical
nur
In
noch.
this
difficulties here?
possible future, the Cabal have won. They've learned to potentially weaponize the light, and
Ja,
they
hörst du
have
das,
all
wo ich
their
grad bin?
ships just in orbit, you know. And you're basically, you know, thematically, you're just basically saying.
Beim Video,
stop
weil du
moving
gesagt
your
hast, bei dir.
you're throwing their kind of beacons.
Bei
It's like
dir, also
when
bei
we
dir,
were early in
schaust du
production, I went up to John, I'm like, can we get a line? That's it.
Nein, ich schaue am Laptop. Ich habe deinen Stream habe ich auf dem Handy an. Aber ich schaue über Laptop.
There might be a random chance, guys. I don't know. But
Deswegen, ich brauche meine Heizung eigentlich gar nicht anmachen. Hier ist so viel Kram an.
I remember in production,
Ja,
like when you
bisschen.
first came up to me, like, hey, you know, we got this prototype working. I saw, I was like, my gosh, how are we gonna pull this
Der
off?
Warlock gefällt mir sehr gut.
Ja, Warlock wie immer.
that's
Aber ich
the power of
finde,
dancing.
The
man
sundial
den
itself,
Zeiten nicht
it
so
looks like a very
zu
dangerous
sehr
thing.
alles
It looks like the
nerven
type of
soll,
thing
also
that your
wenn er
mother
so
would tell you
schrauben
not to
soll
play on.
und
And here we're
dass er nicht
sending 6
vergessen hat,
people up on
genau.
that thing to play with time. What were some of the different discoveries that you make along the way through playtest with the sundial specifically?
Make friends. I'm just kidding.
Bist du
Oh,
da
it's actually
hinterfetzt?
it was kind of humbling, and it's kind of it was a great like exercise in just user experience because You
Ach,
spend
welche
all the
Filme?
time
Die sind
with
immer
the
noch
encounter,
bei der
building
einen
mechanics
Zeitlinie.
and tweaking things, iterating, and
Wie lang geht denn
most
das?
fun that we had in playtests and we were noticing is this.
Ach, jetzt sehe ich das erstmal. Du,
Das
ist ja wie bei der
erinnert mich.
Menagerie.
Ja, ich wollte es gerade sagen, ist wie bei der Menagerie.
Ich habe die Leiste gar nicht gesehen, die ist mir jetzt erst aufgefallen.
The
Ja,
sundial,
mir auch.
it probably has some design flaws. Osiris, you know, you just
It's a
gotta-
feature.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, there they go.
In some timelines they die, in some timelines they make it, you know?
Yeah.
You can't control time.
Yeah.
Zurückgeportet.
Well,
und jetzt
we
geht's
encourage
in
you
die
all to
nächste
be very
Zeitlinie.
careful as you play on the sundial. That's the end of the first encounter, and there are several more encounters that would lead to the final boss. We will unveil different final bosses week over week.
Ach,
and,
die, hast du das gesehen?
that's as far as we're going to go with all this today. So we give
Der
you
ist
a taste of the
hochgesprungen
new
bei der
action,
Sonnenuhr und die
the
hat's
conditions,
weggekickt.
what's at stake, what you have to fight with. New champions will
Was hat
require
der
a new
gerade
artifact.
gesagt mit Final Boss?
Anything else you want to call out?
Die Final Bosse, die ändern sich.
No
It's
is
the-
an
it's the
exception.
whole
Ich glaube
thing.
jede Woche oder so,
Yeah,
wenn ich das
okay.
richtig verstanden habe.
They just brought it.
Genau, Week over
Super
Week.
proud of everybody.
Cool.
Genau,
Well,
jede Woche ein
we thank
anderer.
you for all your hard work. Everyone at Bungie who worked on this. Pats on the back for everybody. Lots of love in this room. If you're sitting
Genau,
in
die neuen
chat hoping
Champions,
for
Kabale
another,
jetzt.
you know,
Oh,
two
das-
tokens and a blue moment, you know, we're here to rewrite history. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable you to discover the rewards and how all that works. The first loot drops will be for you to earn. Season of
Hey,
Dawn
vielleicht wird's
begins
doch keine so
on
schlechte Season.
December 10th.
Tja.
And you know, John Toe,
Also,
one
also
thing we
viele,
didn't
viele,
cover
viele neue
is
Sachen finde
that,
ich mit den,
you have
mit den,
written
mit
a number
den
of
Mods,
different
das finde ich
chapters
gut.
of lore, and we're going to be sharing those on Bungie.net. So if you'd like to read about the stories that we're telling before you start to experience them in the game, starting at the end of this stream, we're going to publish our first chapter of pre-launch web lore to the Bungie blog. Go check it out. And we're going to have another one to publish every day between now and launch. So on Tuesday, the weekly reset will change the game more than it does on your standard week.
Okay, auf
We're really
Bungie.net
looking forward to
sind
playing
jetzt
Season
neue
of Dawn.
Loren
We
freigeschaltet.
Thank you very much for tuning into this live
Am
stream.
Ende des Streams.
No matter which platform, no matter which channel you're using
Neue
to watch
Lore
us,
sind-
we do love
Neue Lore.
getting the
Ja, ja,
community
bei
together to
Bungie.net kommt
receive
auch immer
some new
Lore.
news.
Oder
And
bei
so
Krone
can't
des
wait to
Lights
see you
auch,
again on
wo sie den
Mercury.
Boss
Please watch
beschrieben
your
haben, wie
step.
der dazu
It's a
geworden ist,
dangerous
was er dann war.
place. On Deej, thanks to all of the developers who played the new activity or talked about their work sitting in the hot seats. This is the end of our show
Was?
for
Das
today.
war's schon?
You've been busy, Guardian.
Ja, mit den Mods ist schon cool. Dass sie
Naja,
jetzt
aber wir haben-
farblich ein bisschen verändert haben, weil du kannst sie dann ein bisschen besser auseinanderhalten.
Aber wenn du jetzt siehst, wir haben schon einiges gesehen, ja. Wir haben einmal Exopistel gesehen, den neuen Bereich von Merkur. Aber das ist ja quasi nur kein neuer Planetenbereich, das ist ja nur von der Aktivität. Ja. Und dann hast du ja noch...
Na und wir können Sparrows benutzen auf Merkur.
Ja, und die Waffen kommen natürlich anders da zurück, ja. Und die Rüstungen haben
Also
wir
du
gesehen, dann neue Mods.
Kannst dich jetzt schon mal einstellen auf Scouts, auf Impulsgewehre, Bogen sind stark, Sniper, Linearfusionsgewehr habe ich auch gesehen. Aber Sniper, Scout und Impulsgewehr wird auf jeden Fall wichtig.
Aber die Geschichte auf jeden Fall mit den 14 Heiligen, das interessiert mich, weil wie gesagt, ich bin kein Destiny 1 Spieler und das interessiert
Den
mich.
Helm gab es ja schon immer, das ist ja das.
Ja, ja.
Den gab es bei Destiny 1 schon, deswegen. Guck mal, wenn die gleich die Waffe von der Seite zeigen und dann zeigen die das Visier, wie sich das Visier ändert beim Schuss. Muss man knapp unter das Visier gucken.
Ach,
wenn die gleich-
der Sparrow, hast du gesehen? Das war jetzt so schnell, hab ich gar nicht gesehen.
Nee,
Ah,
wenn
hä?
die die Waffe von der Seite zeigen.
Ach so, ja, ja, das schon.
Und dann das Visier, wenn der schießt.
Bring the sky down upon them.
Könnte mager ausfallen, könnte aber auch viel ausfallen, also von dem her. Jetzt ist auf jeden Fall bekannt, was auf jeden Fall kommt alles. Gut. Das war's jetzt leider schon, oder was?
Ja, war aber auf jeden Fall ein geiler Livestream. Sie haben viel gezeigt, finde ich gut.
Ja, der ging jetzt fast. Ja, hier ging ja 3/4 Stunde. Also von dem her.
Sie haben halt den Leuten so ein bisschen den Mund wässrig gemacht mit dem, was noch kommt. Rüstung, okay, die leuchtenden finde ich auf jeden Fall nice.
Die Rüstung kann man
gesagt,
hundertprozentig bei dieser Aktivität, bei dieser 6-Mann-Aktivität spielen, denke ich mir jetzt.
Nee, das sind Ornamente, die kriegst du aus dem Battle Pass.
Kriegt man die aus dem Battle Pass?
Ja, ich glaube schon. Ich habe ja die ganzen Battle Pass schon durchgeguckt, kannst du ja auf Companion App.
Ah, okay.
Kannst du dir den kompletten Battle Pass angucken, was du bei welcher Stufe bekommst.
Habe ich noch nicht geguckt.
Wie gesagt, die Symmetrie, diese Waffe, die da so auflädt, die kriegst du als Premium Battle Pass Besitzer, kriegst du die gleich geschenkt am Anfang. So wie die Arianer.
Okay.
Die Symmetrie ist wie die Arianer. Und die beiden Exo-Quests war ja einmal die Pistol und ich glaube eine Woche drauf kommt dann dieses Fusionsgewehr.
Okay.
Wo es dann auch noch Ornamente für gibt. Ich glaube, die sind auch im Battle Pass drin.
Na gut, dann ist auf jeden Fall eine nice Sache, Jungs. Ich werde alles weiterhin verfolgen. Natürlich werden weitere Videos natürlich über die neue Season kommen. Mal gucken, was es noch alles zu finden und zu suchen gibt. Ja, lasst mir ein Abo da, lasst mir einen Daumen nach oben da. Das Video ist ja drin, also wer sich das im Nachhinein noch gerne angucken möchte, Danny hat ja einige Sachen sehr gut erklärt.
Ja, ich hoff's.
Der kann sich das dann
ja, aber man weiß dann
angucken.
auch, man selbst ein bisschen verblüfft hat, wenn man dann so das sieht und dann man hört gar nicht mehr zu, man ist so überwältigt von diesen optischen Eindrücken.
Ja, klar, gibt so viel zu gucken, alles, ja, ist klar.
Und ich glaube, Warlock wird mein Main bleiben, allein schon wegen dieser Hand-Sache, das finde ich mega nice. Mal schauen. Nächste Woche ist es soweit, da geht's los.
Erinnert mich an Dragon Ball, ne?
Ja, so ein bisschen schon. Und wir haben, ja, ein bisschen.
Ah, ja.
Nein. Nee, aber wie gesagt, wir dürfen gespannt sein. Nächste Woche geht's los. Wie gesagt, ich wünsche auch allen einen guten Loot. Lasst ein Like da für den Patrick. Und
Genau.
Ja.
Wir hören uns nächsten Mal.
hören wir uns beim nächsten Mal.
Okay, Leute. Also, haut rein. Peace.
Tschüss.